Hello, my name is Jesse, and this is American Beef Ranch. Welcome back. Today, this is a plea for organic matter. So behind me, you see a whole lot of water, and we have a 20-acre pivot here, and there's weather coming and rain, but it's December, and typically the ground's pretty frozen, and typically it's not 45 degrees outside in this type of climate in December. Anyway, the important point that I kind of want to make is, as I went to town this morning and drove across the valley and saw all the water running off, it kind of got me thinking about soil health and organic matter especially. So organic matter is any living or dead material in the ground, and it includes all living organisms and things like that. And organic matter is typically measured in a percentage. Good organic matter is considered 5% and above, and anything below that's typically considered not good organic matter. Depending on where you're at and what your soil's made of, that may change, like I said, depending on the thing. So typically in my area, organic matter is very poor. We're in the 1 to 3% range, typically not 3%. I usually see 2%. It looks like the storm decided to show up. Anyway, I typically see 2% organic matter or less. And what that equates to, sorry, reset that. And what I meant to say is what 2 to 4% organic matter equates to is basically a situation where the ground doesn't really have the ability to hold on to a lot of water or other nutrients for that matter. Help you guys out here a little bit. The wind's blowing like crazy. There's a storm blowing in. It's wonderful. I'm in Idaho. We're really loving this moisture that we're getting because we desperately need it. But seeing it all run off really makes me sad. Like, seeing all the water run off everywhere really is disappointing. I would say our fields we're a little bit better off than some, but also we're not that great. So low organic matter is caused by a lot of different things. A lot of things affect organic matter, and it's something that we need to be more conscious of as farmers and agriculturists in general. It's something that we really need to pay attention to because it can literally make or break what a crop is able to do. It has the ability to hold on to more water. If I had 5% organic matter in this field, you would see probably half or less as much water sitting here in a pool that's going to end up getting dried up in spots that we're not going to really use it very much. And that stinks because we're not able to use it out there in the hayfield where we could desperately use it. And that's because this hayfield has very bad organic matter. There's no place for the water to go. There's no place for it to be held onto. And somebody might say, well, the ground's frozen. You can't really expect frozen ground to hold on to any water. I'm like, well, I would agree with you to an extent. But frozen ground, when it's 45 degrees outside, is kind of a bad argument because I can tell you right now, this ground is not that frozen, and it's not any harder than I would expect it to be in the middle of the summer. So I come back to a plea for organic matter. Now, modern conventional farming, the way that we've done things for the last 50 years, guess what? It absolutely murders organic matter. Any living organism that's in the ground, we spray it, or we spray it. Most likely it's sprayed to die. So any fungus, any bacteria, dead. And then also we run a lot of tillage equipment. Now I understand sometimes tillage is necessary, but we proactively kill organic matter. Proactively absolutely slaughter organic matter. Now this is where you guys can make a difference. You, on your farms, on your ranches, can actively work to build organic matter by stopping continuous grazing. Over here, on my mom's side of the road, there's a pivot that's been continuously grazed for 20 plus years, and you can see it. It's flat, it's ugly, there's no fibrous material whatsoever left in the ground, and the water's just sitting up on top. It's not doing anything, and it's just running away. Besides that, in our agriculture sector, on the farming side, tillage is kind of the big one. So stop tilling as much. I mean, I know it's hard. If you've done something the same way for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, it's like, well, how am I just going to stop it and do something else? Well, maybe you don't do it all. Maybe you start with little by little, like, hey, how do I reduce this? Or maybe on 10% of your acres, you quit tillage and you go completely no-till and cover crops and learn and figure out how it's going to work for you. And anybody that says no-till, cover crops, and any of that can't be done where they're at, you're full of it, because it can be done on any kind of crop and any kind of farming. It doesn't matter where it is, but you have to make a conscious effort, and that's what I'm asking you to do. That's what we have to do for farming to continue. That's what we have to do to save our soils. Our soils are terrible. Like, I talk to people all across the country, their soils are terrible, and it's because we continually do these things to degrade the soil, and organic matter is a big part of that. So I hope this video, you got to see some images that help you make sense of this. And just remember, organic matter is the pores and the living and the dead organisms in the ground, and it gives the ground the ability to work as it's supposed to. Things like continuous grazing, tillage, sprays, herbicides, pesticides, blah, 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 blah. All of those things affect organic matter in a negative way. To fix organic matter, we just go to those 6 soil health principles, integrating livestock in a proper manner, reducing tillage and reducing chemicals if at all possible, and getting away from those chemical fertilizers as well. And guess what? There's products that you can go completely away from the conventional method of thinking, and you can still outperform what you're doing with conventional products. So, short video for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please come back, like and subscribe. I think we got some cattle on the way. I think some cattle are on their way here, back to the ranch. We're putting cattle back on the ranch because we desperately need some cattle, because we're trying to make beef for you guys. The best grass-fed and finished beef as humanly possible. We got the organic and regenerative fertilizer going on. We got a whole bunch of big things coming. Thanks for stopping. Please like, subscribe, and comment for more stuff. And we'll be back next time with more content. And we've got a lot of things to talk about, and I hope you guys stop in and join me for that. We'll see you guys later. I'm going inside. It's cold.